Good morning and happy Thursday. You guys ready to finish this bag with me? I am going to show you what the duffel looks like. We're finishing part 2 of July, even though it's August. How embarrassing. The July Susan Takeover is the Safari Duffle, which is a free pattern I found. And I just thought, I want to make a duffel bag. And I made a practice one. I finished the practice one last night to do the lining, and it was a little messy. I'm gonna show you, even though it's hideous, and then we're gonna try something slightly different today. See if it works. So, how's everyone doing this morning? I'm just waiting for the computer to catch up so I can see if it's working and if there's anyone here. Gypsy woman Wendy says hello. Okay, good. There's people. All right, super excited. It's a nice day outside. I've already had some neighborhood kids knock on the door and ask if they can play in the hammocks. We have some hammocks hanging up in the front yard, and they're very cute. Every morning they are out for a ride and they knock on the door. Can I play in your hammock? He's got to be like 4 years old. I'm like, go for it, dude. Okay, good. We've got some people coming on. Cynthia, Kathy. Cool. So the Safari Duffle she's big. You guys ready for it? I quilted the bottom. It doesn't say to, but I mean, why wouldn't you, right? I just want it to be extra, sturdy, right? So this one, the practice one I made with canvas. No, maybe it's not canvas. Waterproof canvas? I'm not sure what it is. And then this is vinyl that I put foam and quilted. And then I just used webbing for the straps. I did one zip pocket. This is my practice one, okay? We're gonna finish the one that we started the other day. This side has a slip pocket, and then there's a zip pocket here. That's all the stuff we did the other day, so you guys will remember that. Hi, Carmen. And then I went ahead and stuffed it so you could see, what it looks like. But putting the lining in for me, sorry, now I have to take all the blankets out. Blanket number 1. You guys, this is a big bag. I kept stuffing it with more blankets and it was still had room. Okay, so I did the Smoothie Smooth, the bonded poly in the interior, and do you call that a drop-in lining when you go bzoop, bzoop? You know what I'm talking about? So I think that's what it is. There was no turning, there was no burning. And this part of the lining was fine. But this part of the lining was a hot mess. And look what the mess on top. But I just thought, you know what? That's art. This is art. So, and then I kind of scrunched it in there. And it's kind of a mess. So I will tell you what the directions say when we get to the drop-in lining part, and then I will show you how I'm gonna try to change it. Okay, so this one's for my daughter. The dog can now sleep on that one. No, he won't do that. And now we're gonna try this other one. So I'm gonna bring you in and we're gonna pick up where we left off. Okay, let me catch up. Tammy, Asa. Oh, hey, Aileen. Another Tammy. Pat from Minnesota. Laura. Oh my gosh. Laura, you did the Aries. I did that one at a retreat class, the wizardry retreat. I was so far behind everyone. It was ridiculous. It's a great bag though. Oh, Margaret. I think you told me to call you and I forgot. Forgive me, I'll call you later. Okay. If I don't do things right when I see them, then I forget. All right, how's this view? It's probably not great, is it? You're my inspiration. I don't know if you should be inspired by me, guys. I am a dork. Okay. How's that? it's good enough, right? Because then I can like talk to you. All right. So this is going to be for me, and I love the way these colors turn out. So if you missed part 1, I'm using waxed canvas on the exterior and Smoothie Smooth for the interior, right? And there's a slip pocket on one side of the end, and then there is a zipper pocket. The pattern calls for a slip pocket, but we just threw a zipper on top and pretended it was a zip pocket. And so it shall be. And then the bottom of this one is a faux suede, and I quilted it the same. I put some foam in it and quilted it the same. I just used my big sewing ruler, and I just did a grid. Nothing fancy. And then I've got this awesome webbing that I'm in love with. It's, where do you think it's from? It's from my sister's closet. And I keep wanting more of it. So we're going to prep a few straps here because we have to have a way to hang our crossbody strap on this baby. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little, this is a free pattern, so I give all the secrets away. It's a 7-inch long of webbing, and I suppose you could probably use whatever size webbing you want. This is 1.5 inches, and you're going to put the D-ring on it, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it over until there's a 1.5-inch tail hanging over. And so I just kind of do it on the table, 1.5 inches, bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the tail up against the top part and clip it in place. Like that. And like that. Okay. And so we're going to now attach this D-ring connector and the webbing to the side, to the little circle side panels. And all you do is you just line it, you find your center, and then you line it so the D-ring, the bottom of the D-ring is in line with the circle. So it's a very technical measuring, as you can see. And we're just going to sew that on. We're just going to sew like a little box on it. And then our circle panels will be completely ready to attach. I was going to do this the other day, but then my screen went black. So we said, I guess we're done. Teddy is up there barking. He barks at everything. Like if there's a wind, if the wind blows a leaf or something, he thinks he's protecting us. So that's cute. Oh, hi, Jane. Jane in the UK. Very nice. Oh, Barbara, you're in New Jersey. That's where my daughter is right now. Are you anywhere near Cape May, New Jersey? I still haven't heard from her. I'm wearing my Coastie Mom shirt. Soldiers in the Coast Guard are called Coasties. And so I am rocking my Coastie Mom shirt today. Hoping that my Coastie will eventually write her mom a letter so I know she's alive. You know, guys, I did that wrong. But I'm asking myself if it matters. I was supposed to just do a box at the bottom, but I don't think it matters. So I'm going to do a box around the whole thing. It's fine. I just decided. I just want to protect the hardware here. It might be a little crooked. It's fine. It'll be okay. You know, when I'm not doing a video and something's crooked or a little bit off, I usually stop and I fix it. But on videos, I just laugh and just keep going because I'm like, oh, well, no one wants to see you fix it. So just keep going. Boom. I'm gonna come back down and I'm gonna go across this bottom part again, just to really secure that tail in there. Right there. Okay. So I'll show you what I did versus what the pattern says, because I just get to talking and I forget sometimes. Let me grab the other one. So on the practice one, oh, you guys, it does matter. I know why it matters now. I have to rip that out. Yay. You just put one at I did it all the way to the top. And at first I thought, oh, that's no big deal, but that's going to be in the seam. So that's why. Perfect. Now we get to sit and chat while I rip my very first thing out. Well, nothing like a good seam ripper to kick off Susan Takeover Day. You know, sometimes I think that's no big deal. I can just do it however I want. Are Kasaya and I twins? No. We are not twins. I wish, because I think she's beautiful. But I am 2 years older than her. She is the baby of the family. In all the ways. Aren't you, Saya? She's a really good caboose for the family, honestly. I am really grateful that I had her because we had brothers and then us. And so we really did grow up together, just the two of us, it seemed like. I mean, the boys were there, but I forced her to play sports with me. She forced me to play Barbie dolls with her. It all worked out. Oh, thanks, Jan. You know, I'm at a stage in life where my body is, you know, there's a little bit more of me than there's ever been. We'll say it that way. And it's okay. There's something about when you get older, you're just like, you know what? This is it, people. Right? Take it or leave it. I just buy bigger clothes. I know. You gotta love starting up, but you know what? It gives a chance for people to get on. I can chat with you for a minute, so I totally did this on purpose. Just kidding, I did not. But when I started it, I thought, wait, that's not how to do it. I should have stopped. But then I thought, oh no, it doesn't matter. My house feels really hot. I wonder if the air is being funky, because usually the basement is nice and cool, but I'm sweating already. My husband's in Vegas at work, so the house is kind of quiet right now. Gabriella is still in her room. Okay. So I've got that part. So the reason why I did that was to show you what not to do. Okay. So now you know when you attach this part, you need to attach the bottom part only and not the top. That's how we teach lessons here. All right, let's try that again. So I'm just gonna solidify the bottom a little bit. Some of it's already stitched, but we're just gonna do it again. And then these things will be ready to attach to our main panel, which we're about to do. Which I thought would be really difficult, but it's not necessarily terrible. It just, the clipping takes a hot second. I'll do a little X, because X marks the spot. It is a little crooked. It's fine. Alrighty. So we've got that one ready to go. I'm just gonna put that down for a minute. And now we're gonna attach the next one. Once again, you just put it to where the D-ring is even with the top. Picking up your dog from the groomer. Okay. Susan, t-shirt size was XXL. If it's a, yeah, especially if it's a women's cut. I wear usually XL in men's, but it depends on the cut. I don't like my shirts to be tight. You know, I gotta have room. Okay, here we go. This time we're just gonna do an X around the bottom. How's that sound? You know, it's funny. I actually never regret my mistakes because I learn best from making mistakes. I know they say that in life, which is true in life, but it's super true in sewing too. Because once I make a certain mistake, then the next time I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what I did last time. I like understanding why something is a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, and it helps me understand the bag construction better. Okay, I'm just finishing my X, and then we're gonna move on to our crossbody strap. That way when we're done, we can just strap that thing on. All right. There we go. Circle number 2, ready to go. Okay. I realize that most of you don't need this lesson, and I considered doing my crossbody strap before I got on camera, but then I thought, well, what if there's someone like me when I was first sewing and I would try to figure something out and I would get on a video and someone would say, well, you know how to do this, and so I won't show you. And I thought, no, I don't know how to do this. Please show me. So I have to give my webbing a little bit of a haircut. See, it's like, so I'm gonna give it a haircut. And then, Susan, what's your favorite color? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I love neutrals and I love blues and greens and I kind of love everything, but I kind of like the deeper, you know, like deeper colors. I'm not much of a bright color person, but I mean, whatever. Okay. So all I've done is I've taken this little wax canvas tab and I'm going to fold it to the middle and fold it to the middle. And wax canvas, when you fold it, kind of creases nice. Sister, hello. Now I'm just going to fold this over the end of the strap so that I don't have any raw edges showing. And I'm going to put one line of stitching across it to begin. I just have to get it to behave. Get in there, you. How's it going, Saya? Boop. Boop. Okay, so I just do that. You don't have to. You could just fold it over. Good, just... Did you forget to finish your sentence? Okay, then you're going to take this little guy. Oh, school shopping. Ugh. This is going to go through one side. Okay, and then fold it over so it looks just like this. All right, and then you're just going to fold this guy down, and I'm going to stitch it kind of close to it. Once again, I realize most of you know how to do this, but this is for anyone out there who hasn't made a crossbody strap, or you just need a reminder. Okay, so now that's attached, and all you have right now is this, all right? Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my 1.5-inch swivel thingies, snap hook things. Okay, and I'm going to put it, I just dropped something. I'm going to put it on. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and then with this in the middle, I'm going to come up this side. I'm going to come over the strap that's already there and come down and through. Okay, and then I'm going to go zoop. So here's what we have here. All right, now I'm going to finish this, and there's 1,000 ways. You can do them really fancy ways. I'm doing it the super plain Jane way, where I'm just going to put the other end through the other hook, and you just have to make sure that you're doing it in the right direction. So I'm going to put the hook on the outside like this. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a nice edge, and then I'm going to fold it down. Okay, getting ready for school shopping. We haven't even done that yet. We were just talking about that yesterday. We'll probably go do that next week. I hate shopping so much. Kasaya, I wish you could take Gabriella shopping for me. Do you want to come here and take her shopping? Should I fly her there? It's terrible. I'm going to send her to you. You take her school shopping with your kids. And then she can come back before school starts. Is that a problem? Ooh, yours starts Wednesday? Ours doesn't start till the 12th. Do it. Don't tempt me. I'm going to send my kid to you. My kids love their Aunt Saya, so that would go very well. Okay. Now I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other one, where I'm going to fold it down and so. Okay, strap ready to go. Okay, now something else that is suggested in this pattern. So anything that was suggested in the pattern, I tried it their way. And then if I thought it was silly or not necessary, then I also tried it my way on the other side. So this thing that they suggest is to do a stay stitch down 1/2 inch in from each side of this main body. And it's so things won't stretch, but this canvas is not going to stretch, but it also gives you a guide for when you pop on your circle panels. So I did it and I loved having the guide. And so I am going to do it on this one too. So you're just coming down these sides right here, and you're just going to go 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on the other. And then when you're attaching things, you're just following your thread line. And I'm going to do mine slightly less than 1/2 inch. So that way when I attach at 1/2 inch, this thread won't show on the other side. Because my other one kind of showed a little bit. Okay, so 1/2 inch in from each side, and we're just going to stitch all the way up. And once again, I'm doing slightly less than 1/2 inch. And then when I attach it, I'll do slightly more than this line. And we should be good. I always buy my grandchildren their school things. That's so nice, Jane. Oh my gosh. Your stepmom got a whole new wardrobe. What? She got her a whole new wardrobe? That's incredible. Go Noel. So, you know, I think it's more of a stay stitch when you're working with cottons and stuff that's going to stretch more. So I'm using it more as a seam guide. And I really liked it when I did my practice one. So I said, so. All right. So now I have this stitch that goes on the side that's slightly less than a 1/2 inch. Because the entire attachment of the sides is circles. And you know how hard it is to find your correct seam allowance when you're constantly turning it in circles. Yeah, you'll take all the help you can get. I know, I love it. I love it that she did that for her. She just earned 10 student points. You got hand-me-down from my sister. Because Saya never got hand-me-downs from me because our styles were so different. Yeah, Saya, how was Alanis Morissette? Did she sing Complicated? Did she sing... Wait, is that... Maybe that's not Alanis Morissette. How embarrassing. She was amazing. I love that she's still giving concerts. That's incredible. Wrong artist. I know. Who sings that one? I've got no choice. My time. Thank you. Who is that? Yes, thank you. Her voice is so unique and awesome. Well, who am I thinking of? Now I'm going to have to go listen to Alanis Morissette because I've got someone else in my head. All right, so I've got my stay stitches here. All right. You guys, I love this material and I love these colors. I'm in love with it. Oh, that's Alanis. Complicated, right? Oh, I'm singing a different song. Holy cow. Okay, so now we're going to attach the zipper. I'm going to go right side of the zipper to the outside of the baggie bag. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, Avril. That's right. All right. Here we go. Where's my 1/4? There's my 1/4. I'm going to change my stitch length a little bit. Hold my thread for good measure. And let's go. And ironic, that's her too, right? Okay, you'll be back later. Have fun school shopping. Tell the kids I love them. Okay, I put 2 zippers on this. It doesn't tell you to, or 2 zipper pulls. It doesn't tell you to, but I really like having 2 zipper pulls on things. So I'm just going to pull them both out of my way here. Oh, Avril's touring right now. How did Mom like her Denver bag? Margaret, she loved it. I told her she can't have it yet until we do our show and tell on it, but I showed it to her. But you know what? I only showed a picture. She hasn't seen it in person yet. I showed my dad because he was here helping me with something. He's gonna help me hang on all my threads, so he's helping me get it all ready. Yeah, if anyone's going to the Houston Quilt Show, Mama Swag will be sporting a bag I made for her. So if you see the bag, you know that's Mama Swag. One of these days, I'm going to get her to do a video with me. Mom, did you hear that? She doesn't always watch, but sometimes she does. Mom. Okay. I'm feeling like I did something wrong. But I don't think I did. Okay. Next, we're going to Topstitch. We're just going to fold this out. Make sure your extra stuff goes towards the main panel of the bag. What happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. And here we go. I'm gonna move my computer closer to me because I cannot read your guys' comments. Because I have my special glasses on for close up, which means I can't see far away. You could make this a bound bag, couldn't you? Yeah. I mean, why not? I wonder, yeah. And I wonder if that would make that one assembly part easier. You guys will see in a minute. We're gonna be wrestling this thing. Anna, I love how your sewing area has evolved. Yeah, it's getting there. I keep changing, huh? Every time I'm on camera, it's a different place. I'm finally officially taking over this corner of the basement. And so the threads are gonna get hung on this wall that's back here behind me. And then I just need to do a couple. I need to figure out where in the world I'm gonna put all my fabric, because right now it's upstairs in the music closet. And I want it down here, so I'm not going back and forth. So I've been trying to figure that one out. My poor husband, he keeps watching me take over more and more of the house. He's just like, oh my gosh. Right. Mine deals with the same issues. I know. Took over that extra room upstairs for there was really, in this house, there was no common area space for our piano. In our other house, the piano went, we kind of had a front room, kind of like a sitting area. And then there was a dining room and a family room, even though the house was much smaller than this one, but it had those like common areas. And so the piano was in the front room, no problem. But this house doesn't have that. It only has one, not very big, family room that's kind of connected to the kitchen. And having a piano in that main area of the house doesn't really work for a lot of reasons. especially because I teach piano lessons. And it, you know, the family wants to not have to be slaves to my schedule when it comes to being quiet. And so I took over the extra room that was going to be my husband's office. So he's like in a glorified closet. We call it the cloffice. And I said he should make an office out in this area of the basement. We could put little walls up or whatever. And he's like, no, I don't think so. So then eventually Kasaya got me this industrial, even though I said, don't get it. I have nowhere to put the machine. She goes, your basement's not really being used. But I'm like, well, so sure enough, here we are in the basement. And Bryce is still in the closet, and he was gonna, so anyways, he's redoing his little cloffice right now. He hung up grass, fake grass on one wall to make it feel less cloffice-y. And believe it or not, you guys, it made a big difference. Okay, now we're just going right sides to right sides, and making, basically this is gonna end up being a tube. Now this next, after we attach this, top stitching this next part is like, I have to like put my head inside of it to reach it. It's very entertaining. It's gonna be hot though. And tape isn't really my best friend with this stuff. So we're just gonna go clippity-doo-dah. Probably should have found the center, huh? Nah, that's good. This stuff doesn't really stretch much. Hi, Julie. You have a whole studio? That's incredible. Keep you company while I test a free pattern and some boxy bags. Oh, nice. Is that fun to test a pattern? Every pattern's a test for me. A test is whether I can do it. All right, so we're gonna sew this on once again at a quarter. There we go. It is, it's a test, Annette, right? It's like this test is not ever whether the pattern maker did a good job. I'm sure they did a great job. I'm sure that they totally know what they're talking about. The trick is, I don't know what they're talking about. And I've gotten spoiled, right? Most of my sewing has been on lives with people telling me what to do, or like sew-alongs with Kasaya, and she just tells me what to do. So when I have to like figure out a pattern by myself and read it and look at the pictures, I'm like, can't someone just tell me what to do? It is getting easier though. I remember when that first one I did not understand half of the words in it. Which is why maybe sometimes I explain too much when I sew, because I think of me a year ago and how lost I felt with all the words. How we assume everyone knows what all these things are. Okay, so after I attach this zipper to the other side, I have to kind of go in and top stitch it. And this thing is a beast. So it's gonna be pretty funny. All right. Cut all my runaway threads. Okay. Shelly took over the entire basement. I'm only taking over part of the basement. I bet it'll expand on it. Okay. So here's what we have to do. I might disappear for a minute because I don't know how else to do this except stick my head inside so I can see. So here we go. This is going to be entertaining. Look, I'm going to get serious actually. I'm going to put my hair up. Where's my hair tie? I'm putting my hair up for this. Mm-hmm. That's when you know it's about to go down. Are you ready? Y'all ready for this? And it's dark. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in here. The other bag was a lighter color bag. Is there an easier way to do this? Well, it's too late. I'm doing it this way. Okay, I'm gonna start on this side of it, and then eventually I'm going in, people. On the next one, couldn't you not sew up the sides and then put the zippers? I don't know, because the sides have to be attached to the circles. They don't get sewn up together. Does that make sense? I am actually attaching the sides to circles, so maybe. All right, guys, I'm going in. Oh, I don't know if I have to go all the way in on this one. We'll see. It's really hard to see. It's very dark in here. Oh, no. Oh, no. I caught the wrong part of it. It folded under. Wah, wah. Oh, no, you guys. Oh, Topstitching emergency. It's an emergency. What'd I do? I caught the base in it. Okay, I didn't rip anything. Everything's okay. Crisis averted. All right. Let me re-thread this. You need a headlamp. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what I need. It's like pitch black inside this thing. Yeah, I could totally make this a bound bag. It makes me want to make another one just to try that, actually. Mm-hmm. Okay. But first, we're gonna supper. Well, my top stitching won't be perfect, and that's okay. Let's see if I can find where I was. I was about there. Yeah, this one's much darker, so putting my head in actually doesn't work because I can't see. So we'll just keep squishing it. Hope that nothing gets caught. It's fine. Now I'm getting almost to my zipper, so I'm going to pull my zippers the other direction. Oh no, did it pause? Heavens to Betsy's. Did it pause? I'm back. Maybe it's just pausing for me. I don't know. Whew. Oh, you're here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Oh my gosh, I just put the light inside of it. Duh. Should have done that a long time ago. It's all of a sudden bright. Okay. The good news is I did it. The bad news is I have to do another one. Ooh, ooh. Come out, come out. Let's see how crazy it looks. I mean, I've seen crazier. All right, one more, and then we're ready to attach our circles. Here we go. Uno más. What's that sound? There's a weird sound.
This?
No, something clicking weird. It's going deep, 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 deep. I don't know. Do you hear that? Huh. I don't know what sound it is. Sewing by Braille. Yep, that would be hard. Seriously, what does that sound? Did I mess something up? Oh, come here, light. Does anyone else hear that sound? Weird.
Maybe you're just crazy.
Once again, this is just a free pattern, and the only pieces that you have to cut from a pattern are the circles. Everything else is just rectangles. And there are instructions and pictures, and most of them I understood. A couple of them I didn't really understand, and I had to kind of figure it out. And then after I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's what they're saying. Once again, not that the pattern designer didn't know what they were talking about, but I just didn't get it. Okay. Well, that was fun. Okay, so now we've got the tube, and it's turned inside out, and we're going to attach. We're going to attach these guys next, okay? So you're going to go right sides to right sides and just kind of push your D-ring thing down. Oh, is my bobbin getting low? That would be crazy. I just put a new one in. No, but there's a weird tapping sound. I don't know what that is. Huh. Maybe it's just the way I was holding it or something. And the pattern says to make clips in like little snips here to make your circle fit. I did it both ways. And I found that I only snip when I need to. I'm going to cut this extra tab off. I don't want to snip the whole thing, but if there's an area that's, you know, not fitting, then I'll snip that. So I've got my centers marked on this circle. So I'm going to start by clipping the center together, and I'm going to put the flat part of my clips facing down. So this part's going to be up when I sew it. Clips flying everywhere, everyone. And I'm just going to kind of work this in and match it the best I can. And then I'll go do the bottom part, and then I'll fit the sides in. And if I have to make some snips in it to make it fit, I will. The pattern suggests to make a bunch of snips before you clip it together. So I did that on one of my sides, and it didn't fit better than my side where I didn't. So I don't know. Okay, let's go to the bottom next. Take a little drink. Shelly, would it be easier to turn outside than top stitch? Probably. Probably. Didn't even think about that. I was just following the instructions, okay? That's funny. Okay. It's a fairly big circle, so it's not like the turn radius is massive, so it's not that hard to clip together. I really like that I added foam to the base, which once again, it doesn't call for. But if you make this, I would highly recommend it. I think it gives it, I don't know, makes it really sturdy.
I'm cutting the mango. Do you want some?
Sure. Oh, and you can have your bag now.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome. How do you switch from M&Ms to drinking water? You know, M&Ms in the morning aren't usually great for me. So it just depends how much food is in my stomach. And when I do the morning sews, I don't have as many M&Ms. Actually, probably, that, I don't know if that's the issue. I think I'm just out of M&Ms. Otherwise, I'd probably be eating them. Oh, this fit really nice, guys. I didn't really have to make any clips in that side at all. That's crazy. It's just crazy talk. Crazy. Oh my goodness. My newly retired husband is bringing me coffee while I watch. You are going to get used to having a new husband. That's awesome. Okay, this side has a little extra in it. So I am going to put just a few clips in this side. Just so there's not a pucker. And when you put clips in it, just make sure that you don't go past your seam allowance. Been there, done that. I was like, oops. Okay. So I've got this clipped on. And remember that I had done a stitch on this part. And so that's the part that's going to be showing. And I'm going to go slightly beyond the stitch because I did slightly less than a 1/2 inch when I did that stay stitch. And so I'm going to sew just to the left of that stitch, and that should give me a 1/2 inch. Ish. I always say ish because don't be coming and measuring. right. It's still making that noise. Did I drop something? Like, is there a clip somewhere? Huh. It was when I was finagling the bag everywhere. I wonder if I hit something. Can you guys hear that? I am going to undo my zipper so that I can get my hands in here and just kind of... yeah, my stitching looks okay. My stitching looks okay, but it's making it is making a weird sound. Like, do I just push through it? I guess so. Oil? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it needs oil. Check your bobbin. I did. I pulled the bobbin out and redid it. Let me get this circle and then I'll add some oil and see if that helps. Can you guys hear it or is it just me? Is something hitting the flywheel on the other side? No. Because that's what it sounds like, something's hitting it to me. Sounds like something's in the way. Is it this? Yeah, it's this. It's a light, I think. Okay. That's really funny. I think there was a light hitting it. Let's see. Yep, that was it. It's better. Oh no, it's broken. It was just a plastic light that's in the back. I must have bumped it when I was finagling the big bag. Crisis averted, everyone. Everything's okay. That's so nice. Thank you. Look, she brought me mangoes.
Is it too much or is it?
No. Thank you. Mangoes are so good. She just recently learned how to cut a mango up. Yes, thankfully it was a simple fix. I thought, oh no, I broke my machine. Oh no. Okay, so you know Barbie from, is it Jeannie's Design? You know Barb. She messaged me this morning to ask if I was going live because she also wants to go live and didn't want to go at the same time. So check her channel out today. She's going live at some point. She's a nice one. She's a keeper, that Barb. And tomorrow, you guys, I'm going to load up Mr. Jingles, who hasn't been used in a while and he's been sad. I'm going to load him up in the minivan. And him and I are going to take a little road trip to Las Vegas for the day. And we're going to go sew with the Crafty Reporter at her house. And then I'm going to pick up my daughter's best friend from Vegas and bring her here for the weekend. So that's going to be tomorrow. And we are making, I don't know even know if I'm supposed to say what the title of it is because it's a new bag that's being released tomorrow. It's the something something. I don't even know. I just got the email this morning of the pattern so I can cut it out. It looks pretty cool. And the pattern's being released tomorrow and we're doing a video tomorrow. I think Amber must have been one of the testers for it. Sorry, I know the camera angle is probably not great because I'm like in your way. I apologize. I'm just doing my best to keep the same distance from the stitch line all the way around this circle. And I just kind of keep feeling to make sure nothing's wrinkled or caught where it shouldn't be. Especially when you get to those side D-ring connectors. You want to make sure it's all like out of your way. Okay, we're just about there. We just about got one circle put on. And you know the other thing I tried yesterday? I tried on my tester one, I did one circle and I attached it at an 1/8 inch first and then went to the full seam allowance. And then I did the other one with just doing the full seam allowance to see if there was a difference, excuse me, and there wasn't. So I just did the full seam allowance this time rather than doing two. Okay, wow, that turned out pretty great. There we go. There's the circle. You can see it's kind of even. I mean, there's a couple parts here and there, but it doesn't say to trim it. I did yesterday, and I probably will again today in a minute. But first, we're gonna sew the other circle up with my squeaky chair. Squeak, squeak. All right. Just the only thing you have to make sure is that your D-ring part is at the top. Otherwise, it will be very awkward to put the strap on. Barb is my other favorite sewing person to watch. I know, I love Barb. Barb's great, Amber's great. Actually, everyone's great. But those are the two that I kind of know in person. So I'm partial to them. Once I meet you in person, I feel like we're best friends. So there's that. Yeah, it'll be fun to hang out with Amber tomorrow. She's really fun. Her career fascinates me. I seriously want to go down and just sit in one of her cases just to watch her go, you know, on the court reporting, the little whatever machine it's called. If you saw, well, if you're in the Patreon, we did like a background video when we went and sewed at Amber's house for our Sew in the States tour, and she kind of showed us a little bit about the machine. Oh, it's so cool. She's an actual court reporter, and that's why she's the crafty reporter. Do you guys get it? When I first heard her name, I thought she just reported on craft things, but no, she's a court reporter. And her kids are in band, so just all sorts of bonding going on there. Oh, okay, the Eldritch by Moose Fiber Company. That's funny. I didn't even know I didn't even know what it was called. Yep, that's the one. You're so jealous that I get to sew with Amber. I know. I'm sorry that I wish we could all do it. But she just lives 2 hours from me, so we might as well go there. When I first got my 1181, I was stitching along and then a strange noise. I was terrified I broke something. I was in tears trying to figure it out. Turns out it was a cord rubbing on the wheel. Yep, you just witnessed that exact thing with me. It was a light. Whoever said, is something on the wheel? Was that you? You got me to looking, so thank you. Okay. So once I put the top and bottom in, I'm gonna just ease these sides in the best I can. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna follow just on the inside of that stay stitch that I did. I think I'm in love with wax canvas. I've now done an apron in wax canvas and this bag. I think I need to do another type of bag. I do have another yard of this. Although guys, if you were on the thing Tuesday and I was talking about maybe I can make some circular packing pots to fit in this, I think I'm gonna actually do it. Because I have more of both of these materials left and I can make a little set. I can even make it like a little shoe bag. I'm gonna try it. If it works, great. All right, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of this one. Needs a little more space over here. Yeah, that'll do it. Kat, you love wax canvas? Didn't you, Kat, didn't you do the messenger bag out of wax canvas? That was a good looking bag. Oh yeah. Okay. We're just gonna have another piece of mango that my daughter cut for me. Thank you, daughter. You're very nice.
I just ate the rest of the meat.
Was it good?
Yeah.
There's leftover crepes in the fridge too from yesterday. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna attach this one the same way we did the other, just on one side of the stitching, and I'm sorry you can't see it. I would move things, but it seems like when I move things, my videos go nuts, and so I'm just gonna leave things alone. Ooh, you're gonna do your Denver and wax canvas and cork. Yep, yep, yep. That's gonna be gorgeous. I think I need to buy some more wax canvas. No, I don't need to buy anything. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I say. I don't even know where I'm gonna put all the stuff I have. Okay, I'm just constantly kind of like turning the fabric so there's not a funky wrinkle in it somewhere. And so the top part doesn't pull away from the bottom part, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, hey, that's not yours. No, no. Sorry, excuse me. No, no, dude. That's not yours. I just took one of my favorite pillows and made it a chew toy. No. Hey, Card Shark. Guess what, Tammy? We're doing another Wonderground thing. It's in November. So I'm sure there'll be card games again after. I'm just saying, especially if you're there. November 9th and 10th. I don't know when the sign-ups are for it. Something feels weird. So I'm just, oh, it's my zipper pocket. Okay. Oh, good, Tammy. Doodles are something else, aren't they? Yeah. That Teddy's a cutie. But sometimes he's just... he thinks the whole world is his, right? It kind of is. I mean, he's kind of in charge, let's be honest. I was always so against getting a dog. I told my family, I told my kids if they wanted a dog, they needed a different mom. Not terrible. And then we saw him and fell in love, and that was it. And I don't regret it. I just was overwhelmed and didn't want to have to take care of another creature, you know? But for the last however many years, my oldest daughter, her job has been picking up the poo. She's been on poo duty. And now that she's gone, it's passed on to the next kid. So I have a few more years before I have to be on poo duty, so I'm okay. I just want to make sure that nothing funky. Big C. Okay. Here we go. See how it is. I will say that this wax canvas was way easier to attach than the waterproof canvas. Maybe it just didn't slip as much. I don't know why that was so much easier. But that went on beautifully. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I am just going to trim the sides real quick. Or the seams, I mean. And then we're going to attach the circles to the lining the same way we just did this. And then we drop it in. Drop it like it's hot. And that's the part that is a hot mess on my practice one. It might be another hot mess, or we might find a better way to do it. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking, and then you can like yell at me through the screen to not do that because it's a horrible idea. Or you can say, do it. I'm not gonna go around the zipper. Trim around the zipper. I think I'm falling in love with wax canvas. It's true love. It even cuts nice. It sews up so nice. Wow. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy. Sometimes I think maybe I share too much. You know, guys, you have to find something to talk about for hours when you do these videos, and there's no one in the room with you. And so you just talk and you think, that was probably too much information, but it's all good. We're getting ready to start our I conduct an orchestra. We were off for the summer, so our season's getting ready to start. I'm actually going to order a bunch of music today for our November concert. So I'm going to start studying that. It's going to be awesome. Okay, you guys, it's ready to turn this out and see how we did. Let's do it. Hi.
You should show them the very unfinished one.
Maybe not.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, I love this wax canvas. I'm in love. Gabriella, I'm in love. She's looking at me like, you weirdo. Okay, I know the lining's not in it yet, and it's not poofy, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? You guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Heaven help us, because the next part is the part that's has some issues. All right. That's right. Mini turn and burn. That's what that was. Okay. So now what we're going to do is take a bite of mango. One more bite of mango. And I found that marking the edges of this was really helpful. Wait. Nope. Just kidding. It doesn't matter. That's really funny. Okay. So we are going to do the same thing on this one where we add a stay stitch. Sorry, I have to think about which way it goes. Yeah, we're going to add the 1/2 inch, slightly less than 1/2 inch stay stitch just for attaching. You're going to go down your 2 long sides, slightly less than 1/2 inch. Oh, thank you, Karen. It's thanks to all of you, honestly. I learned from all of you. Look on your face. It's just how I feel when I make something. Every time I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. Sometimes I can't see the vision until I turn it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Especially when it's colors and fabric that I love. All right, so I'm doing my stay stitch a little less than 1/2 inch. I suppose if you didn't want to stitch it, you could just mark it too. That would work. Because it's not like this fabric actually stretches. This is that bonded nylon something smoothies from Wonderground. Bye, Tammy. I do love me some Wonderground, and it comes pretty fast. You know why I love Wonderground so much? A couple reasons, but one of them is because I went there in person and I touched everything. So when I order, I know what I'm ordering. I still don't always know what I'm ordering. Everyone has different names for the same product. If they would use my terminology, like smoothie smooth, or soft on one side, slick on the other, or a little texture, or then I would know. Okay. Now we've got those in place, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna read to you what the pattern says, because this This next part is where I was a little bit of a disaster, okay? Are you ready for this? Following the method you did for the exterior, pin the lining to the circles, but leave a 1/2 inch gap at what would be the top of the lining. So when I sewed these circles on, one circle fell. Well, you'll see. Okay, let me pin it first, and then I'll tell you. Okay. Or clip it, I mean. It says to leave a gap, but there already is a gap. I'll show you. And this part's a little trickier because it's slippy side to slippy side. And that's just crazy talk, right? So I might have to do some cuts in this one. Black bonded nylon, yes. And I just ordered it last week and it came Monday. I was like, yes. Which is perfect because I needed it for Tuesday. Have you guys been enjoying the Olympics? I've watched little bits here and there, whenever I can. I think it's incredible. The triathletes had to swim in the Seine. I don't know about that. I find if I fold this over like that, it starts to match the curve nice. Watching now. Ooh, is it men or women's gymnastics? Why do I keep sewing during gymnastics? That's terrible. It's just terrible. Is it the individual events for women's today? You are double watching me, and good. You should watch them. Will you please tell me what's happening? I placed an order with Kasaya and it shipped the same day. Well, that's impressive. Kasaya, you've never shipped the same day for me. Just kidding. I don't even pay for my stuff. I can't complain. Women, oh man. Women's all around. Okay. I wish the postage wasn't so expensive to the UK. I know. I bet it's so expensive for you to have to buy anything. I wish you had more vendors and availability. Jane, if I ever come to the UK, I'll bring you a suitcase of material and thread. How's that sound? Sorry that this part is slow and it takes a hot second. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean at the top. Oh, don't you hate it when you break a clip? It hurts. Okay. So it says leave a 1/2 inch gap. Well, it doesn't even reach all the way. So yesterday what I did is I sewed all the way to there and all the way to there. And then when I got the lining in, I realized this needed to fold under. So I unstitched it a little bit. So I'm gonna leave the edges of these unstitched. All right, but then there's all this space here. You're gonna be in Sarasota in October. I bet you could get things sent there. I think before we stitch this up, we're gonna have a little mango. Ready? It's called mango stitching. I was listening to a documentary while I was sewing last night. You guys, it wasn't a crime documentary. Are you proud of me? It was a natural disaster documentary, which is very different. And it was about the 1982 avalanche that happened at a ski resort in Lake Tahoe. And they were talking about how every day the ski patrol guys would go up with explosives, and they would purposely cause like little avalanches here and there, depending on different ridges and the wind. And they had an avalanche expert who would kind of like, who lived up on the mountain and kind of like could tell where it was needing to be a little bit released. And so they would do all these mini avalanches all the time, so there wouldn't be a buildup for a big avalanche. But then there was this massive storm, and they were heading out to try to set the different charges off, and it was too deep for them to get where they needed to go. So they decided to regroup and head back down. And then a massive avalanche happened, and it totally wiped the lodge out, and there were people at the lodge. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you, except that sewing this lining reminds me of that, because that's what I was listening to last night. The space should be the size of the zipper. So I wonder what I've done wrong, because the space is way bigger than the zipper. Adjust my easement. Can you tell me what that means? Could I just put a crease in it when I get there? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It's way too big. Okay. I think I'm going to do the next side a little bit differently. I think I understand what you're saying. I think I need a clip, and no, that would make it bigger. This space should be the size. Okay. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did wrong, is the space that was left was way bigger than the zipper. But I'm not sure, unless I just like put a little pleat in it and make it smaller, which I could do, right? It's just my lining. Maybe I'll do that. Not if you clip the bag body. Oh, clip this part so it leaves less of a space when I get there, so it stretches. Is that what you're saying? Okay, I totally get that. It's too late for this one. So we're gonna do one this way, and I'll try to make an alteration on it, and we'll do one the other way. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Karen. That makes sense. So this needs to take more space on the circle, right? Okay. So I think what's being said is that this space here, the space to here is too big. So on the next side, I need to clip this part so that it stretches over and leaves a smaller space here, so it won't be all so bulky and weird. So I wonder if I can just put two little creases in it. Could I just do that? Okay, I'm just gonna make it smaller by doing this. Did I catch it? Yeah, I caught it. Because it says it needs a 1/2 of an inch. So we'll crease that side too. Okay, see if it worked. Yeah, so all I did is I put a pleat here and here to bring this closer together. So now I just have a smaller space, which is closer to the 1/2 inch, which means I should be able to fold this down. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. I see. So on this next one, I'm all trying to think, how do I do it so it's even? How do I know how much to clip? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk you through my madness here. I've got the bottoms and the top clipped, okay? So I'm going to find the center down here. The sort lining seems smaller. Circle ends are too long or trim down circle ends. Yeah, that could work too, right? Okay, so I'm gonna clip this part together first, and then I'm gonna go up to the top. And I'm gonna put the top where I want it, and then I'll make the snips in it so it ends up in the right place. In my mind, that totally works. In theory. Okay. So I want this to end up there. Okay, and I want this to end up there. Thank you, Karen. Hi, Evelyn. How are you doing today? How's your hot California weather treating you? Okay. So then I'll come over here, flip some on the side, and then I can snip where I need to. Okay, so for this round, we're gonna try to make the circle actually fit all the way around rather than leaving that massive gap. Because that's probably what the pattern was telling me to do, and I didn't understand it. I'm pretty sure it said that. And I probably just read blah, 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 clip it together. I was so lining to exterior pieces like you do a purse and then just bind. Yeah, I mean, I totally could do a binding instead, but I just thought I would try this pattern the way that it's written first. But I think if I made this one again, I might do that way instead. All right. 88 degrees with a storm coming in. Ooh, 88 degrees sounds fabulous to this desert girl here. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some snips in the main body to make it stretch along the circle all the way. Margaret, I was thinking of putting pockets on the inside too. I had one cut out to do a zip pocket on the side, but I was afraid it would make the video too long. So that's the only reason I didn't. But I think if I made it again, I would, I don't know, this way might be okay now. Now that, well, we'll see. We'll see. This is not the hard part. The hard part is getting it sewn in there. It's a hot mess for me when I do it. I did a practice one that I finished yesterday, Evelyn, and the lining, I really struggled with it, and I don't think I quite attached the circles right. So Karen and a few others are helping me figure out how to make this fit a little bit better. So I kind of want to master it this way first before I do it a different way. I'll show you the other one too in just a minute that I did. I did like half of the bag, my practice bag on Monday, and then I did that same part on this bag on Tuesday on the video. And then I finished my practice bag yesterday so I could do this one today. Just so I could work a few things out. Heading to Southern Utah next week. Oh, that's where I live. I live by Zion National Park. Maybe 20 minutes away from it, 30 minutes. You're gonna go to Bryce Canyon, Zion. You're gonna go to Moab. All right. Now we're gonna sew this baby on. Come here, baby. When's lunch? Yeah, you'll be right here, right? You've made 4 ultimate travel bags. I'll have to look at that one. This is my first attempt at a duffel. I don't know why I wanted to sew a duffel bag. Because I'm weird. I like.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not much of a.
In a good way.
What? I'm not much of a purse person, honestly, guys. I don't really carry. So I like kind of the different things, like aprons and the glasses cases and the notebook covers and laptop case. Those things really excite me.
I'm joking.
You're joking. That's gonna be today. Right there. Okay. But you can wait till I'm done. You want to go do something fun today?
Sure.
You want to go swimming or go shopping?
Wait, I just have to take those out, right?
And sort them by size. And fold your laundry in the dryer and put it away. Leave an opening. Well, I'm just dropping this in. There is an opening on the side like that. I don't have to turn this. I'm just going to put it right in it. You guys know I've been looking for the perfect bag to make for my music, my enlarged conductor and scores. And one of you beautiful people actually texted me this morning with a new pattern that just came out from K-Deal. It's the business, I don't know what it's called, the 522. It's just coming out. And I was looking at it. It could work, but I would have to enlarge it. Like everything I'd have to enlarge, and I'm not quite sure how to do that. So I'll probably try the bag as is first and then see if I can modify it. Okay, Karen, let's see if this worked. If it worked, you get all the credit. If it didn't work, I will take all the blame. It's a good deal, right? Okay, let's get our bag back up here. The next thing you do is, whew, that's a good looking bag. I just love the colors. Okay. Next thing you do is put the lining that's already turned wrong side out into your bag that we've turned right side out. All right. Now, oh, sorry. You know what? It's gonna help if I actually find the centers for this next part. So let me do that first. Because I have to fold it under and I need to find the centers of everything. Boop. And boop. How long have we been on? Almost 2 hours. Jeez, good thing we did this in 2 parts. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, and now I need to mark the center of my zipper, which is a little trickier. And I have to kind of guess. I mean, I suppose I could measure it, but that just sounds so logical. I don't know if this is working. There's nothing to see here, okay, people? That's my very technical way of measuring. Evelyn, it is wax canvas from Wonderground. And I love it. And it sews up really nice. If you guys have wondered how wax canvas sews, it's like butter. Okay, let's try this again. I have my center clip now. So we're gonna put this inside. And I'm gonna take this lining and I'm gonna fold it. You know what I did yesterday is I had another stay stitch, so I knew kind of where to fold it at. I wonder if I should mark it. Yeah, sorry. One more thing. It didn't really tell me what to do on this part. I wonder if I fold it and tape it and then clip it in. What do you guys think? Let's try it. Last night was a struggle getting this thing in, so anything I can do to make it a little bit easier would be great. I wish I had thinner tape. I'm gonna have to stop and wipe my needle a lot. Okay. Julie says yes, tape. Julie, you're in New Jersey? 103? Oh, baby. My baby's out in that, guys. In her little boots and her little uniform and being screamed at. She'll be fine. She does push-ups like a beast. She's got a hilarious sense of humor, and I'm afraid she's going to get in trouble. She is going to be laughing. Would mark and tape and fold to align. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. tried it the other way. Now we'll try it this way. I just had the pen. There it is. You know, if I fold it a lot, I could stay out of the tape. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to stay out of the tape. So I'm drawing a 1/2 inch line for myself. Well, it's not really 1/2 inch. Yeah, oh yeah, it is a 1/2 inch. How embarrassing. And I will fold to that 1/2 inch line. And that gives me enough clearance from the tape if I do it right. So I won't be in a sticky mess. How's that sound? Sounds great to me. Okay. There's side number 1. So we're going to fold that down and make a nice clean edge. It is drop-in, yes. It's a drop-in, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Oh, duh, that doesn't give me enough clearance. Everything's fine. Ignore everything that you saw. Huh. Ah. Well, I guess we're going through tape. Or I could just, you know what, guys, it's fine. It's going to be slightly uneven. I'm just going to go slightly past it. Okay. One more side, and then we can put it in and stitch it together. I would say home stretch, but I'm a little slow, so home stretch. I also listened to another documentary when I was making the bag. It was about this guy who was falsely, this one was a crime one. He was falsely accused of a murder in LA. And the thing that got him exonerated, or actually to where he didn't have to go to trial, was that his alibi was that he was at an LA Dodgers game. But the only thing that they could find in the LA Dodgers game to prove that he was there is, number 1, the testimony of his 4-year-old daughter, and CCTV footage that's so grainy, right? It's all the footage like security cameras, and it's so far away and so grainy that you can't really prove it was him at the stadium. But if you could prove it was him, you could prove he was innocent. Well, the other problem was that someone else he took with him to the game was his cousin. And guess where his cousin lives? A block away from the girl who was murdered. And the girl who was murdered was a witness in a crime that this guy's brother had been accused to be a part of. So she was a witness. He had been at the trial. He had dropped his cousin off a block away from this thing. But he's like, I didn't do it. I was like, he was at the game during the thing. So they couldn't figure out how to prove it until he says, well, you know, they just said, tell us anything you can remember from that night. And he said, well, there were tons of cameras there. He's like, I've been to tons of LA Dodgers games, and I've never seen cameras everywhere. There were tons of like video cameras everywhere. They must have been filming something. And so they like looked up to see on the Dodgers schedule, and there's like nothing. And on that day, they had been filming a sitcom. And as part of the sitcom, this actor, I can't remember what his name was, went to an LA Dodgers game, and they decided to film it at a live game. So they went down the TV studio, looked at all the footage of this game, and the actor in the entire stadium, the actor happened to walk down the same aisle as this guy and his daughter. Or the actor was walking up the aisle, and this guy and his daughter were coming back from concessions, and it totally gets them on camera, and it timestamps them a little bit later buying some baseball cards on the way out, which made it impossible for him to be the murderer. Crime solved. I know you were all worried. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm going to clip this bad boy in. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna stay very well. Huh. I wonder if these kinds work better. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's all fun and games till I get to the edges, guys. All right, I need an Olympic update. How are the girls doing? Team USA. Although we have people from different countries, so you can tell me how your team's doing too. Okay, so I'm gonna do the sides first, and then maybe you guys can help talk me through the edges, because that's where I couldn't figure it out yesterday. I mean, it's fine. It's secure. It's just not very pretty. Which I suppose is okay. In the final for rotation for women. Oh man. I know. Does holding our breath help? I think it totally helps them. Don't you think, Annette? They can feel it. I'm in my final rotation too. It's like I'm on the Olympics. It's practically the same thing. Don't you guys find Olympic athletes fascinating? To be that dedicated to your craft? Oof. It's pretty cool. You know, I'm doing entertainment for the Lynn's retreat. I've been trying to come up with ideas. And one idea was to do like a Price is Right game show, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But it's an Olympic year. So what if I did sewing Olympics? I mean, I'm not sure exactly. Like, maybe you make up your own team. Okay, we're going to make this up together. You make up your own team, and everyone has to choose an event that they're going to represent your team for, right? So like one event would be who can sew a crossbody strap the fastest. But there's also quality, right? There's scores for quality. And then the next event would be, you know, who can put on, like there's a station of zippers and zipper pulls, right? And you have to go down and you have to put all the zipper pulls on But once again, there's points for quality. So it's like you get a certain point for your time and certain points for if you actually did it right. And then there'd be another station of binding something. Maybe another station of, like, we could make all these stations, right? Like, yeah, like a sewing relay, but it's like the all around, right? And so every team has their person who they put forth for that particular event. And then we could have a medal ceremony at the end. And instead of medals, I'll make a necklace that has like hardware on it, like bag hardware, right? Gold, silver, bronze. I'm making this up while it's coming out of my mouth. That sounds like so much fun. We'll play the Olympic song. It'll be great. Put in a snap. Yes, yes. You have to put in a snap. You have to make a tassel pull. Ooh, that's an advanced one. We're doing it. Annette, you're on my team, so get ready. Oh, wait, I probably can't play. Yeah, the edges are just going to look terrible. Oh, well. You know what, guys? We're just going to do it. Whatever they are, they are. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to start off by just coming down one side and stitching it in from the outside. And then I will do the other side and cutting out a zipper pouch. Yes, cutting something out. Or one person cuts it, the next person sews it, the next person turns it. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're doing it. We're doing the Sewing Olympics. And the Price is Right. I know we're doing the Price is Right for sure. And you have to guess prices on all sorts of sewing goods. Yeah, we're doing trivia night too. But it's going to be not just sewing trivia. It's going to be a little mixture. And the clues, there's going to be a clue to the answer in the song that's playing while your team has to write the answer down. And you have until the song is done to give an answer. Olympics, that's our last event. And we're doing a fashion show, a bag fashion show. Trivia from Sew in the States. That's funny. We would do that if it was a Saya Swag event, but it's a Lynn's event, so we will not make it about Saya Swag. Okay. I'm just the hired help, people. They said, ask Susan to do it. We don't want to do it. It's like those commercials, you know, Mikey likes it. Mikey likes it. Mikey will eat it. Do you guys remember those old commercials? This part is so difficult for me to get in here. Will you bring your instruments? I want to. I will bring a few. I'm going to wear them around my body like a one-man band. I won't bring too many because I don't want to annoy everyone, but I have to go. Like, I'm going to have a certain song that means it's time to eat. Another song that means pause what you're doing and we're going to play a game. I think I'm gonna buy crazy colored pants and crazy hats for each day. I'm gonna be like a clown. I'm like a rodeo clown. Except I hope that there's no actual danger. Okay, you guys, this is already not going well. Ooh, trivia on Lynn's patterns. That's a great idea. Okay, well, we're gonna try this and see how we do. Musical chairs, Susan playing live music. Oh my gosh, I love that idea. I need to write this down because I have these moments where I think of things and later I'm like, what was I gonna do? Oh, musical chairs, but you sew on a project at the chair? And then do you have to take up where the other person left off? Oh, there'll be an opening ceremony for sure. There'll be an opening ceremony and there'll be an Olympic oath that we all have to take. And closing ceremonies could be our bag fashion show. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be fun. You're starting to get nervous. Well then, Annette, you better just practice all these skills. Don't get nervous. You can just help me if you don't want to do it. I know not everyone wants to do something that interactive, so I'll have some other stuff that's maybe a little more chill. Okay. I've gone down most of one side. I'm gonna go down most of the other, and then we're gonna tackle the ends. Did I catch it? It's not the prettiest thing I've ever done. Sewing bingo? Yes, I thought of sewing bingo too. Sewing bingo would be a nice one for people who want to just stay in their seats, right? You can't go, you have conflict. Oh, I don't want to scare you guys away. You don't have to do the Olympics. You could just be in the audience. I'm going to need judges. I'm going to need audience members. How's that? Yes. Guess the amount of clips. And yeah, we're going to do stuff like that during the day. Every day there's going to be little games like guess the amount of clips in a jar or guess, whatever. And then there'll be prizes throughout the day for those. Ouch. But I have to do three big events, like nighttime events. And then a bunch of little stuff. Oh, sweet. She's not scared. She's going to do all of it. See, Annette? You can be brave too. I believe in you. All right, I'm just sewing my lining in, guys. One last strip here. Oh yeah, we're doing M&Ms, you bet. There's gonna be 2 jars. One jar that I will just hang on my body and eat all day, and the other jar for guessing. Doesn't that sound great? Who can thread their machine the fastest? We can guess and remember how many clips you started with? That's funny. I think it was 5. It was a pack of 5 or 10, right? Look, she said buy clips before I come so we can do a video. I went to the store. I was very proud of myself, and I bought clips. And she said, what the heck are we supposed to do with 5 clips? Well, I don't know. How many clips do you need? Yeah, Evelyn, that would be so fun. The November event in California. Last time we just met up at a hotel lobby after and played games. It was a lot of fun. There was no room at the restaurant we were trying to go to, so we just got a bunch of pizza, went to the hotel, and stayed up till all hours of the night laughing. I don't know why the hotel people, no one complained. I don't know why they didn't kick us out. Well, I think Amber was actually like over there making best friends with the front desk person, so we wouldn't get in trouble. I think that's why we didn't get kicked out. She kept going and giving her food and drinks. Okay, so the lining, the sides are in, all right? So now I've got, I think I know what I would do differently. Okay, well, live and learn. So I've got this, right? And it's better than yesterday, but I think I should have gone even tighter on it. So I think if I just fold it up like this and sew across it and just tack it on there. Wish me luck, everyone. Get in there. I have to see where it is. Okay, let's hope I catch it right. Oh, it worked. Oh my goodness, and it doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. There. Okay, let's do the other side too. So this is the side that I put the pleats in. So it's not quite as pretty. It feels pretty. Oh, so pretty. Pretty and witty and good. La 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 la. Oops, I missed. Clips are forming everywhere. Did I catch it? You know what? You know what we call that? Enough. Okay. Up, keep, up. Okay. There's the inside. And you can easily add a slip pocket, a zipper pocket. Oh, good, Barbie. Barbie's gonna go on. Okay, this is perfect timing. Look, guys. Dun dun. Let's put our strap on it. Yeah, it's big, right? It's a good one. La 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 la. My bed's pretty, oh so pretty. That's it, you guys. That's the safari duffel with wax canvas from Wonderground and bonded nylon smoothie smooth, webbing and hardware and zipper from Size Swag, Mistakes and Love by Susan Swag. And that's it, you guys. Thank you for sewing with me. Yeah, you should make one, Jane. I think I might make a circular packing pod that's this shape that goes inside. So if I do that, I will. You have to dance with the Duffle on that song. Yes. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you liked Susan Takeover of July/August 1st. And I'm just really happy. And I think I might hug my wax canvas bag because it's pretty. That was a lot of fun. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. And I will see you tomorrow if you want to tune in for Amber and I. Okay? All right. We'll see you guys. Bye.